MRecktv.
Let's cut him music.
M.Reck.
Y'all wanna stunt and floss on Front Street? The hawk will tear through your gut, spill out your lunch meat. You the main vic, they booking for drugs. Niggas starving out here, and you looking like grub.
During that time, when when the feds come, they don't just, we'll be here in 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Like they come in and they just
shut it down,
padlock. You know how they move. So it was 1 minute you in the studio, next minute, yo, we got work. People knew who we were. They knew the infamous Murder Inc.
Yeah.
But we were in the middle of of Soho. You know what I mean? Parties. They see the Bentleys riding up. They see the trucks. They see the whole entourages. You know what I mean? Bar 89, which is a big restaurant right a couple buildings down. We had the whole area just locked. And feds come, they padlock it up. Offices are closed. You know what I mean? So all the studio equipment, us being able to work, that whole flow of artist and producer under the same roof was just, it was done. You know what I mean? Which is tough. You know what I mean? That was our office. So it was tough.
How did you adjust?
Of course, I have a studio outside of Murder Inc., which I owned before, which I kept. I never left the studio. And even times where I decided to work from home, Irv would be like, "Nah, I want you to work in the crack house. I need you to come to the crack house," which makes sense because anything that you're working on or you're cooking, he has to be able to have, you know, stems, masters, you know, controlling masters, right, and his engineers. It makes sense. I'm in house. He's paying me. You know what I mean? Whenever I need money, you know, I was good. You know what I mean? So yeah, like it was very important that I built a rapport by beginning to work up under the artists with Irv, Ja, Ashanti. You know what I mean? All of the artists underneath there. Keep in mind, there was a ton of producers in there. You know what I mean? Seven, you know, Artie Green, Fingers. It was a ton of producers in there. My boy Chinks. You know what I mean? So
was it competitive with the producers?
Of course, the hottest niggas had access to the room. You know what I mean? Whoever was hot or the flavor of that month had access to the room a little bit more. The main rooms, which were the fifth floor loft, which was the one with the bullets in the walls, the mural, which was the central room, and then they moved right above them and took the whole loft above them, and then that became the big room for like Ashanti and Ja. You know what I mean? And that lower room became my playground because all the instruments were there, all the toys were there. It was producer friendly, you know what I mean? And I had my own engineer. I could just cook. And I treated it just like a job. Come at 6 o'clock, cook up, work all the way until 4 or 5 in the morning, in time to go home because my girl was having a baby at the time, and then just like a job. And then it's funny because I would come in the next afternoon and I would see Irv on my floor, on the 5th floor, going through all the records I've done during that night. And he would be like, "Yo, send it up, that's going to Ja. Send that track up, that's going to Ashanti." And that was how we worked. You know what I mean? You know, I cook, he'd come back, he'd listen, that's going to this, that's going to this person, that's going to this person. And then I find out that's going on the album. And then I got a check. So
speaking of that, how was those checks, man?
Oh, checks is great. You know, 75,000, you know, 15, 20,000. Because you're in-house, of course, it's going to be less because you're in-house. So you got to take care of home. Ja, Ashanti. You can't charge them, you know,
I'm talking about
those numbers, you know, but then there's outside checks where, you know, you know, me, we was breaking down, you know, we was banging them. We was banging Def Jam. We was banging these different artists. outside. You know what I mean? For
What was
for
the
records.
biggest check that Irv, I guess, banged Def Jam for that you was involved in?
Oh man, I think it was the Shine record, Jimmy Choo single, because at the time they didn't have a single. They had all these. They paid all the millions for Gangland, for Shine. He's locked up, so all they got are these masters. You know what I mean? So, you know, they sent the record out to people to try to come up with something, you know, to the A-listers and all these people, and you know, nothing was clicking. So Irv gave me a shot. I took the masters, came up with something, and next day Irv was like, "Yo," just so nonchalantly too, like "Yo, you know that record with that you did? We submitted for Shine. They took it." I was like, "Word?" It was like that. You know how much you get? Irv was, at the time was getting 150. 150. I think he was getting
150,000.
Well, it was for that one probably, but he was probably getting way more than that. Irv was the hottest.
Yeah, that's a fact.
He was the hottest nigga then. Ashanti, Ja, J-Lo. Who was he not? Lloyd. Who was he not?
Yeah.
He was touching everything. You know what I mean? So he banged him, I think it was like 150. You know, we split that down. And 75.
Nice.
Our proper credits in publishing, and it was just like that. You know what I mean? Even as a producer, you gotta know when like I know some producers, if they're not getting all of the money, they will stop the record from going. I'll be like, a little bit of something is better than a whole lot of nothing.
Facts.
So whether it's 20,000, 150,000, 70, 5,000. If Irvin is, and keep in mind, Irv was so hot, he was able to command
150 and better.
Yeah, 150 and better, no question. You know what I mean? Now, had I taken that same record and submitted it to them myself, please, maybe 20, maybe 15, maybe 25, 30, because I had some records under my belt, but maybe 25, maybe. Might be less. But because it's Irv, you got 150. You know what I mean? Which means my cut is a lot more. And that's how it was with me and Irv. You know what I mean? Like, it was understanding, you know what I mean? Whether he touched it,
So y'all had
whether
a great,
he never touched
y'all had a
it.
great business relationship.
All day.
Wow.
We made a lot of money for the
Salute
label.
to Irv on that.
As you can see with the plaques.
Plaques, yeah.
We put a lot of plaques in there. Before the feds came, y'all niggas seemed like y'all still got money. Like y'all good. And it hit me so strong when I heard Ja and Ashanti said, "What has sustained y'all since the feds?" What was his answer? Hit records. Feds froze the money, but they couldn't take it. So of course, once the case was over, he got 1 platinum record, 2 platinum record, 3 platinum. You know, he got Shine's big single, which went gold. You know what I mean? Almost platinum. He had a bunch of platinum records, you know, which that he once it unfroze, that he got money. So, and this is what I tell artists: when you got hits and records, that's money.
That's your real estate.
That is real estate. That is leverage. That is residual income for the rest of your life. So, before the feds came, we put a lot of plaques on the walls. We made Def Jam a lot of record money. You know, Murder Inc., you know, Empire. You know, we put a lot of work in. Like I was working. Let's just say that. So when we was in the crack house, I was in that studio cooking. You know what I mean?
Cooking that.
Yeah,
crack.
yeah, cooking that work, cooking that work up, man.
Cooking that work.
You heard on the radio. You know, ASCAP Awards. You ain't gotta.
Yes, sir.
At this point, we can laugh now about it, but
that's why I wanted to get into it,
it was-
because you can laugh now because the case is over. You know, salute to Murder Inc. for beating the feds.
what?
They have a convictional rate of what?
98%.
90, yeah.
Feds are like 90%
90%.
conviction rate. They don't play. When they come for you, they normally got you. They know they got you.
Now, let me ask you this now. Now, when the feds came in and shut things down, padlocked this, that, and the third, right? Snatching computers and, you know what I mean? The files and folders and all that. what was going through your mind? Did you think the feds was gonna kick in your home, the doors to your home, or you was gonna get jammed up?
Well, at that time, I never had no issues with the feds and like that. Little police stuff as a kid, but never no feds, you know.
But I'm talking about the affiliation with Murder Inc.
I mean, it came close where people were like, people from the Source magazine wanted to interview me one time. We were gonna do the interview. Out of nowhere, the young lady that comes for the interview, she's like, I can't do the interview. My boss said no. And then she told me the story. It came to her office, showed the envelope with me, her going into the studio at the crack house. Do you know who this is? Have you ever seen Money Machines? Have you ever seen this, that? And she's looking at them like, hell no, it's a studio. Like, all I've seen is beat machines in there. You know what I mean? And it didn't really dawn on me to that level of when you're dealing with the feds, and even everyone that comes out of that studio
is a suspect.
There's pictures, there's
eyes on them. Yeah.
And of all people,
they're
looking at people who are always going in that studio. And if there was anyone that was in there as much as me, the engineers, it was, they saw my face every day. So I can understand. I knew they were taking pictures. Once she told me that, it really hit reality that, this is real. This is real. You know what I mean? So I don't play with stuff like that no more. When I hear people talk about feds and stuff, I don't, because it was just a blessing that they, Irvin them got off. You know what I mean? Thank God. You know what I mean? But it could have easily went any other way. And then not just that, you see how the record label look at you. When the feds say, don't you give them another cent or we're going to take down Def Jam, they will totally disown you. I've seen many people that was rocking with Irv and us during that time, they totally about-faced us.
Wow.
And went the other way. You know what I mean? And it's understandable.
Talking about artists that Irv and yourself helped.
Artists.
Wow.
Companies, people, that we were doing business with,
people in the industry.
Yeah, when the feds come, they're trying to keep you from getting income from anybody. Anyone to them is a potential, suspect. So I can understand people running away from it. You know what I mean? But thank God it worked out good. You know what I mean? But it also shows you how when people say they're your people, when things hit the fan, and then you start to really see who's there, who's who, like for real. So, that stopped a lot of work for me, because had feds not come, people think it was 50 Cent. It wasn't 50 Cent. It was the feds. They pulled the plug on that money. When the money stopped, everything stops at that point. You know what I mean?
Why you think people think it was 50 Cent?
I mean, look how it looked. You know what I mean? 50 he's doing what he do. You know what I mean? And at that time, there's not much you can do. What you want? You want Irvin them to take it to the streets, and really, put things on fire, or really put a flashlight, or no? Your hands are tied at that point. You know,
it's crazy you said that, because I seen something recently on the internet, and people pretty much were saying, 50 Cent has something to do with the feds taking down Murder Inc. So,
but that's I think that's the best way for people to phrase it. It looks like more like, you know what I mean? It looks better if you was gonna.
But that's not the case.
If you were gonna, if you were gonna write the movie, it would make sense to have someone like 50 that, that's all they see. At that time he became this new polarizing figure. Who is he? As you can see, he did amazing as selling records, as an artist, his career, but a lot of it also was fueled with, in the midst of that, that time. And I was in the midst of it because as a producer, I'm doing a lot of the music, a lot of the records during that time. So I'm seeing everything play out, even in music. You know what I mean? People taking shots in music, John them do like Blood in My Eyes saying stuff. It was.
And you produced like 6 records.
Yeah, I produced a lot of that Blood in My Eye.
Could you go into some of the records that you produced off that project off the top of your head? The titles?
Oh my God, Change Gonna Come. man, there was a couple big records that they've had on there. The joint with my boy Cadillac Ty.
That's the one I spoke to him the other day.
Yeah, man, with my boy Fader Hussein. I did a lot of joints. Damn, I didn't realize I did that much joints.
Now, some of these records that you did, and I guess you was in the studio while Ja was laying his vocals, and you was hearing the shots and the I guess the diss phrases towards, I guess, 50 and the G Unit. Like, how did it make you feel? Like, you like, damn man, shit about to get real. Like, and I produced this record, and I'm already in it because these are my family. This is my family. But damn, I'm producing shit where Ja may be taking shots. Did you look at it like, shit, I gotta walk around with that thing on me, or I might have to be vest up?
No, because I'll be honest with you, producers are producers.
Got you.
We can't determine what person's gonna say. We make the music, we produce the music, and whatever the artist chooses to do, that's what they do. You know what I mean? And that's what's so funny about this industry.
Yeah.
You could be with a group, but we're still producers first. You know what I mean? It's about the music, but the message, sometimes we can't always determine or dictate. I ain't gonna say, here's the beat, but I want you to say it this way, Ja, or about this. No, let the artists be who they are, and let them express themselves however they feel, because whatever the music gave them, or the energy it gave them, it made them write it that way.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I'm never gonna tell them, censor it. No. For what? This is Smurf Inc. You know what I mean? You're not go- I'm not bigger than the brand. You know what I mean? I'm just helping to build the brand, or build on what they're doing with music, just new content. And if they want some old from whatever they've done before in the past, then they could have gotten producers that they were using before. Do that. But they want a different sound, something different. And at that time, I came into the picture and I did whatever I did. But I'm not gonna tell none of the men, grown men, how to write their lyrics.
Now this is a question I gotta ask you, cause this right here is big on the internet, and it's somebody from out there camp, right? You work close with. On the internet, she's like a goddess. They praise her like a goddess, and I'm talking about Ashanti.
Oh, Bonnie, yeah.
Right? Now,
big shout out to Ashanti.
A lot of people, whether it's the internet or the streets or the barbershops, they feel like Ashanti's wifey material. Can you contest to that?
Oh, I've never, I don't have any type of relationship with it in that way.
No, but I'm talking about in terms of the physical aspect of it.
No, yeah, of course. She was always protected at the house at M.Reck. So, I don't see why not. Yeah. She's with Nelly. Who else? She's with a few people, but maybe something that y'all know, maybe something.
It's out there now.
She
was
what I mean?
Originally with Herb, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. But when we worked, we worked.
Got you.
You couldn't really.
So you looked at her more as a sister, when you was working with her.
Yeah, definitely.
But before y'all was, sister and brother, when you first meet, especially the female, you always going check out the frame and
well, Ashanti's bad. She's one of the best. She's one of the baddest artists, females of her time. And as y'all can see, even till this day, even the young guys, the young rappers,
like fine wine.
Talking to them the other day, my boy Ty, first thing he says is, "Man, fuck all these bitches, man. The one I want is Ashanti." And I'm saying that's a little word. Like, okay. So I guess even now she's still popping. Yeah, as y'all see on the gram and on social media, she hasn't lost a step. You know what I mean? So, she's still performing. She's still an artist. She's still touring. So, she still got to look good. She still got to sell herself. You know what I mean?
So there you have it. Ashanti is bad in person.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
And she a sweetheart too, and mad funny too. And she mad funny, yo, straight up, real funny. So she's cool.
Now let me ask you this: Ashanti, from what I understand, she's a writer. Of course, she's an artist, but she's a writer.
Mm-hmm.
So you witness her pen joints and
Yeah.
you know vibe, I guess, and produce records that
straight up.
she penned to.
All day.
What's her process like? I'm gonna ask you about John
she keeps
too,
up, when she's writing, of course, everyone sets the atmosphere around her, so she don't need 90 people up under her. You know what I mean? Irv was definitely sure to make sure she was locked in, she was focused. There wasn't too many distractions, you know. Try to keep that away, you know. But she wrote her stuff. She was open to people collaborating with her, and she wasn't afraid to write, to sing records or work with somebody on lyrics. You know, there's been a few records with, you know, did the record, did the hook, and she did the record and sung the hook just as I wrote it. So it was pretty dope. You know what I mean?
Dope.
Hell yeah, Turn It Up was one record. You know, it's a couple records like that where it worked out perfect. Where I sung the reference, I did the beat, and I heard the exact same, you know, hook and on the beat. So it was more humbling to me to hear her, a superstar like her, singing my hook. It was like, wow. You know what I mean? Like, wow.
Yeah.
You know, that was definitely one of my first experiences where I got, you know, a chance to be a writer as well as a producer.
Got you. Now, working with Ja Rule, what's his process like in terms
Jazz
of
is
right.
mad cool.
Yeah.
You know, go out the Maybach and grab the Vouv, champagne. You know, we gonna chill. We gonna get the ambiance, laugh a little bit. You know.
Any smoke involved?
Yeah, well, of course,
Okay.
of course. You know,
I'm trying to just, you know, give them that visual of
good vibe, laughter, funny, and then we might go to Bar 89.
Ja's a good dude. I've been around.
Bar 89,
Salute to
have
Ja.
some drinks, food, come back to the studio late, and then start going in. Me, Buck Wild, Irv, and he would go in and start doing his thing.
Now,
And Ja was a beast. You know what I mean? He would sing his melodies. You know what I mean? He would. I'll play something. He'll take that and say, "Yo, build on that," and then we'll build certain things. You know what I mean? Together, which was pretty dope.
Now, did Ja write or he just went in the booth and recorded?
Both.
Okay.
You know, there was times where he'll come up with a couple of ideas and then go right in the booth and then punch it from there and then go on from there. And it was just like, it was really great to see something like that. You know, just that level of just going with a vibe. You know what I mean?
Got you.
And Ja being the superstar he is, he's not the superstar and the hook master and the singing, the superstar for nothing, penning records with J-Lo and these people. So it was easy, you know, it was easy to understand now why he is who he is. You know what I mean?
Yo, that Ja Rule hate.
But so humble, so humble.
That hate that Ja Rule got, man, I was upset at it. Because you know why? I looked at it like everybody was, you know, doing a hardcore street records. Ja just went in a whole different lane. Like, yo, that's what y'all doing? I'm over here, I'm gonna rock with the ladies.
Straight up.
And niggas just hated on him, man. I was upset. I'm like, damn, my nigga.
Yeah.
He left y'all with that. That's what y'all wanted. I'm over here.
He went away from that. You know what I mean? I mean, he had a lot of people up under him too during that time when he had to kind of, you know, DMX and niggas, you know, people that was people trying to put comparisons, but once he found that lane with the ladies, it was over.
He had a mean run though. People forget how long that run was.
Good Lord, it was. They made a lot of money. A lot of money. You know what I mean? So that's the one thing I regret. It's like, damn, I wish he just not fed into the 50 stuff and just kept doing what he was doing. He was already in the money area. Yeah. There's one time we were leaving. I was coming up to the studio, and they were outside, parked in the Range Rovers and the cars and the Maybachs, and everyone's like a distance away, and John just sitting in the truck, just like he's reminiscing, and he laughing. And I'm like, yo, what's up, John? He's like, yo, what's good? What's good, Jim? He's like, man. He said, man, I wish you had came like an album before. He said, if you had come an album before, you'd been out of here. And I didn't understand that, but now I understand that because the album before, To Block My Eye, he was a pop star.
Yeah.
He was gone. He was out of here.
That's when he was selling like 3-4 million.
He was gone. Yeah. Goodbye. Yeah. And it makes sense. Had I been on that album, who knows what things would have been. You know what I mean? But I was just happy at that time just to be where I was at that time. Everything happened for a reason. And the time I was there, I was able to deliver multiple plaques, multiple millions of records. So, yeah, maybe had I come a year before, I'd have made more success. But for the time I was there, I made my footprints.
Gotcha.
In the sand. So
now, it's kind of, how can I say this? You work with Ja Rule and 50.
Yeah.
How the hell you do that? Like, being that you was like home team Murder Inc. How the hell that worked?
Well,
like,
and that's funny because after my contract was up with Murder Inc., I then had to it was kind of hard to get work because people didn't want, even after the investigation, people didn't want to touch.
You didn't want to be associated.
Right. People still was funny because it wasn't sure what was going on, if it was over, So they didn't want to fully jump in. They didn't know what to do. So it was kind of hard to, and plus at that time now, getting work through Irv, and it was tough. So I had to kind of begin to figure out, okay, so am I going to go down this road with trying to knock down old doors, or am I going to start fresh? So I didn't necessarily start fresh, but I started with rebranding. And me and my boy Jesse, I put this little production team together called Street Radio. And we started moving a lot of, production, a lot of records. But it wasn't under JIMI KENDRIX. It was under Street Radio. Like a group, like a brand. Rather than an individual. I thought more of a brand. Rather,
That was smart.
Yeah. So when people would go, yo, who's Street Radio? People didn't know JIMI KENDRIX was part of Street Radio. So we would move records. Tupac, Styles P, Jadakiss, 50 Cent.
Name the Tupac record.
What do you call it? Damn, what's my record?
Alright, let's go to the 50 Cent record. I'm pretty sure you know that name.
Yeah, well, that was I Like the Way She Do It.
Okay.
I Like the Way She Do It and Off and On, which were records that
Off and On and
Like the Way She Do It.
Like the Way She Do It.
Which were records that like I say, when he reached out to us about the record and decided I'm from Murder Inc.
Gotcha.
No, because at that time I did my time with Murder Inc. I delivered what I could with them. So what does it have to do with the other at this point?
Gotcha.
And some people were like, yo, how you pull that off?
Yeah.
How you two people? Easy. I'm a producer. I keep it from the perspective of a producer. I'm not obligated, independent. I'm not exclusive with Murder Inc. anymore. I'm now my own individual. And they came to me.
Gotcha.
50 came to me. His team came to me, and I delivered the records.
Now, did you and Irv ever speak on you producing records with 50 Cent? Did that ever come up in the conversation?
No, I don't think so. Ooh, but you know what's so funny? And this is it's crazy, but I'm not even going to say that because we've never really had those direct conversations about producing. But if you know Irv, business is business. So no matter who it is, it's still gonna be business. besides the personal aspect of it.
Yeah, you got
With me, I'm not invested with no personal aspect. You know what I mean? So, Irv is like, look, if we just think it from a business perspective, dude, business would be how it should be. As a producer, do your business how you should. But I realized it was a lot bigger than just doing business with Irv. You know what I mean? So I had to be conscious of that as well. His perspective on it. Where I ain't gonna be like, I don't understand what's the problem. You know what I mean? When you've had history and stuff that had nothing to do with music, go on. No matter how you want to see it, it's gonna be personal, or people may feel however they're gonna feel. You know what I mean about it. I get that. You know what I mean? I'm just, at the end of the day, if Michael Jackson comes to you and say, I want to do a record, and that's funny because Michael did at one time.
Oh wow!
Want a record, but Ashanti took the record.
Say what?
Yeah, Irv and them didn't want to give it up. Record Corps turned it up. Where I did the hook too. Yeah. Don't you want to get in this night? Turn it up. And did the hook too. Let the beat drop and make you feel so good, baby. That was on the Concrete Rose album. And big shout out to my Uncle Chuck from Drama Family, who was holding down Eminem and them. He submitted the record, and Michael Jackson was really close with him. So he wanted the record, but Irv wasn't gonna give it up. So
why not?
That's what I was thinking. Like,
Jackson,
like Irv was cutting, Michael Jackson's cutting checks for $1 million.
Damn. And Irv
for the track,
and
he's buying the publishing out straight out from you. I'm Irv. We can make 3 more for Ashanti. You know what I mean? Let's get this mill. You know what I mean? But you know, Irv, you feel how you want to feel, and when you're in house,
so
it's a show. You gotta respect that.
Let me put it in perspective. So Irv Gotti turned down $1 million from Michael Jackson.
Well, whatever Michael was gonna pay, but
yeah.
at the time Michael was paying artists.
Definitely.
M's like Teddy Riley, he was R. Kelly. He was giving them straight out. Here's $3 million for Rodney Jergens. His,
all the rights and the publishing to the records.
Because Michael does not. Nobody owns any. He controls everything. He controls everything.
That's what he.
So he pay it out, but he don't have to owe. Nobody gets no publishing. Which to me, I was like, I'll take that.
Yeah.
But I will take that. I'm sorry. You know what I mean?
That's your M up front or M's up front.
Yeah.
M&M's, baby. Them M&M's.
Yeah, but it's a weird situation. But big shout out to Big Chuck who plugged that up.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I want to ask you this now. Tells, did you started watching that? Did you start watching some of the episodes? Of
some of it. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's pretty dope.
Dope.
I really think it's dope.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Did you produce any music on some of the episodes?
No, I haven't. I think my boy Chinks, who was one of the in-house producers, is working like closely with Irv.
Okay.
To kind of build it like
salute
that.
To him.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Irv, of course, reached
salute
out
to Irv
about doing it, but haven't really reached back. We haven't really been in touch, but I love what they're doing, man.
Yeah, I would love to hear, a JIMI KENDRIX track on like one of those Tales episodes.
Shoot, I would love to hear another Jimmy and Ja Rule album again. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah,
Ashanti album.
All that.
To be honest with you.
All that.
I think that they really cut what we had short. Federal investigation and just the whole. It cut the potential of what we were doing really short.
Facts.
But in a little bit of time, we made a lot of noise. People still cutting checks now because of the work we did.
That's
so
currently, what you working on right now?
Putting a new album together. Of course, got some new projects already under the works with some labels right now. New artists, some young talent coming out. Motown in the scope.
Dope.
Once again, like I said, Irv, Ja, Ashanti, I would love to work with you guys again. Any artists. I'm also looking to sign artists. Doing a new publishing deal.
Nice.
And I am also still doing my mentorship program, Produce Academy. which is it helps teach kids how to make beats, sell beats, market your beats, as well as the music business. So, knowing the kids in your school that are looking for a mentorship program, some of the little kids in your school, high school kids, preferably junior high, that have a knack for music, not doing good in school like they're supposed to, need an incentive, need a carrot to dangle at them, holla at me. So that's also what's kind of
how can they reach you?
Sensitive. Well, of course, you know, JIMI KENDRIX, Instagram, the real Mr. JIMI KENDRIX, at Instagram, JIMI KENDRIX, on Twitter, and you know, like I said, I'm able to be reached. In this business, I'm able to be reached. Mr. JIMI KENDRIX at Gmail, booking JIMI KENDRIX at Gmail for any business, and I'm here, man. I'm here.
Good. Let me ask you this question. It might stump you. I don't know. You might be prepared for it. What is the perfect record to solidify your legacy? If you had to do one record and you can get whoever you want to feature on this record, and it might be artists you always love, your favorite artists, and you got access to them, a phone call, whatever it is, what would be that record? Who would be on the hook? Who would be featured on the verses? Give me that record right off the top of your head.
You mean artists that passed away, or artists that are here now?
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive. Oh yeah, Michael was one of them. I came close with Michael. Michael for sure. A record with him would be amazing just by itself. I love, probably sounds weird, but I love Sade.
Sade's amazing.
I love
That's not weird.
the Red Hot Chili Peppers, the Beatles, Michael, and maybe go with a female. Beatles, Michael, and maybe say well, I work with Patti LaBelle, so I'm not gonna say her. Beatles, Michael. Go with somebody new. Rihanna. Rihanna.
Wow.
Probably be dope. Something different.
Hell yeah.
Crossover. Or genres.
Hell yeah. Facts.
That would be dope.
Facts.
So we just submitted some music for her reggae album. So coming soon.
Okay.
Rihanna.
Oh, you just submitted something on Rihanna. Dope. Salute.
Yeah, so we got our feet wet back out there.
You're moving out there.
Slowly but surely.
Yes, sir.
Like I say, what's old to some people is new to others. So many of you don't know who I am. This is just a little bit about what I've done in the past. But I'm looking to work with more young people in the that's coming up.
Gotcha.
I really think that's what's missing. Artist development.
I heard you got something on that M.Reck EP coming out soon.
Oh yeah, that's about to be stupid. Hell yeah, we about to work.
Okay.
And we got some stuff cooking currently.
Facts.
Whenever we get ready to get it laid down, mix, master.
We're gonna do that this week.
Yes, sir. But we working for sure, man.
We're working for sure. That's in the bag.
Straight up. Yo, this is JIMI KENDRIX. I'm live on MRecktv. I say it again, MRecktv. God bless you. Better come and subscribe, man. Don't play around. He's 100%. He's real, man. And once again, he's my brother. MRecktv, man. Salute.
Salute.
M.Reck. Y'all wanna stunt and floss on Front Street? The Hawk will tear through your gut, spill out your lunch meat. You the main Vic, they booking for drugs. Niggas starving out here, and you looking like grub.
It's crummy beats, y'all.
Peace, world. To promote your music or promote your business by placing an ad on MRecktv, contact MRecktVpromo, MRecktVpromo at gmail.com. Peace. Oh yeah, subscribe to MRecktv, youtube.com/MRecktv. I'm gone.
MRecktv. It's got a music.